Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at NDN TV Nigeria. Click on the subscribe button and be the first to get notifications.
Oil producing communities in Dibi oil field, Warri North local government area of Delta State, have issued a 21-day ultimatum to an oil servicing company, GJ International Limited, to release swamp boogies leased from 2 oil companies operating in their domain and pay rentals accruable from the lease accordingly. The ultimatum was issued recently when angry beneficiaries of the lease agreement embarked on a peaceful protest to the operational base of GJ International Limited, an American oil giant Chevron, which is said to be the final lessee in the lease agreement.
In September 2019, Viv Nigeria Limited and Sonic Platinum Nigeria Limited, operating in the Dibi oil field, Warri North local government area of Delta State, leased 2 Wilco swamp boogies to GJ International Limited, an indigenous oil servicing company. The beneficiary company subsequently sublet the swamp boogies to Chevron. According to the terms of agreement, host communities to Viv Nigeria Limited and Sonic Platinum in the Dibi oil field are entitled to an undisclosed percentage from the proceeds of the lease. After waiting to no end to get what is due them, host communities in the Dibi oil field had on many occasions demanded to know what was going on. Exactly 3 years after the contract for the lease was signed, anxious youths from communities in the Dibi oil field mobilized to the operational base of GJ International Limited on a peaceful protest and issued a 21-day ultimatum for the release of the swamp boogies as well as full rental payments for a period of 3 years.
3 years now and still counting. We have not heard anything from JJ, neither Chevron. So now our patient, we have exhausted our patient. So we need our swamp boogie and our stipends. That is why we are here.
From now till that 21 days, if there is no response, we are coming back here. And maybe when we come back, it will not go like this and it will not be easy.
The protesting youths were granted an audience by a director in GJ International Limited, Efe Osharode, and legal affairs manager of the company, Wesley Edema, who informed them that the swamp boogies were in the possession of Chevron, which was yet to pay a dime for renting the equipment since 2019.
My brothers, we are in this together. It happened, and they've been posting us just like that. I won't get money from them and say I will not give you if it's your right. I've even told them that I'm going to do protest in their own yard there. Okay. I've told Chevron like that. So if I'm even happy if you are even going to be here with me, I will go together. Because the equipment are not with me, they are with Chevron.
We'll pass the message up to them, then we will get back to your leader.
In the course of our investigation, Inside the Niger Delta learned that the 2 swamp boogies valued at about 480 million naira each caught fire on location while still in the possession of Chevron. It was further gathered that Chevron's failure to honor the lease agreement had resulted in a litigation. In pursuit of a speedy resolution of emerging contentious issues in the lease agreement, parties had opted for an out-of-court settlement. Unfortunately, negotiations have come to a standstill as Chevron is said not to be forthcoming. Our crew made several unsuccessful attempts to reach Mr. Rawan MAMODE, area manager of Chevron Nigeria Limited, who neither responded to calls nor messages sent to him on his mobile phone. Chevron's adamant posturing in what is obviously an invitation to anarchy in the Dibi oil field is obviously counterproductive to the federal government's drive for sustained peace, security and development in the Niger Delta. The American oil giant has the obligation to immediately pour oil on troubled waters in line with the core values of good corporate citizens operating in Nigeria and indeed the rest of the global community.
Inside the Niger Delta,